Hi everyone, Laurence's coaching video this week. As you can see, we're in the range bay protecting ourselves from the winter elements that are very much upon us now. I've got a client here who's on a winter project. He's just invested in his winter plan. A bit of more time to spend maybe on the practice side of things rather than playing, but equally shouldn't be shunning away from going to the golf course and taking what we're doing here. So the blueprint of what we're trying to see, and I say the word blueprint, is a word quite commonly used with coaches now. You want to have a vision of where you need to go with it, okay? It's very easy just to go to a lesson and just make a change and almost go, well, the coach has made the change, but why? What does it want to look like in the future? Not only from an aesthetic point of view, but from a feel point of view as well. Really important that you understand what makes your golf swing tick. Okay, what makes me get the most out of my golf, therefore transforming that into performance. So what we have here is a chap who, again, gets what I consider stuck on the inside, so a few contacts heavier before the golf ball. We still want to see his draw-like preference, so we still want to see the path working a little bit more outwards. But equally, we don't want to continue hitting the ground a little bit heavier before the golf ball. So we've shared some ideas previously, but now we're starting to explore ways in which we start to talk about how the weight in the legs starts to work with the upper body, and the upper body tends to sort of tilt a little bit behind. So you'll see in the left-hand image, beautiful turn to the top of the backswing there. Leg action really good, very active. But you'll see here how the right shoulder works under. And the right shoulder working under is a great directive for our swing direction to want to work more to the right as a right-handed golfer. But equally, you don't want to feel like we're backing off to it. Okay, and you'll see at the point of impact, I'll just draw a line here going from the Verulam logo. If I zoom in here, you can sort of see it's not quite on the inside of his right heel here. So again, this is not, I'm not saying right for everyone we need to get into this position, but for this guy, this is part of where we're looking to sense the improvement. If I just come back out there, so if we leave that initial part of impact, and on the right hand side is the change, and I said initially, right, I would like to see your weight, almost every part of your weight, so shifting your mass of your body. I want to shift it behind the golf ball, because I felt this golf was a little bit left-sided. He was getting a little bit trapped underneath it and contributing towards his little bit of his miss pattern, which was heavy into the right. So I said shift it. So if you look there, it doesn't look like a lot of weight is shifted to the right-hand side, but he feels massively on his right side there. So again, a very clear indicator that he was probably a little bit heavy in his left side for what we were trying to achieve. Still loads beautifully to the top of the backswing. That didn't change. All we did was put an alignment stick holder there on the floor, just to make sure the club doesn't shift too far inside in the initial part of the takeaway, getting the club to feel like it's getting a little bit further away from him. And again, part of our blueprint previously is to feel like the club's working a bit higher for him. As he starts to transition down, you'll see the right shoulder still wants to work under. But in relation to where we've got it now, I'll bring the clarity of it there. You can see if we now are going closer. Whoops, take that line away. That has clearly shifted a lot further along the line. It might look a matter of millimetres, but if you're hitting the ball half an inch to an inch behind the ball more than what you'd like, that can be very clear. And you can see even the hands. I know it's quite a fuzzy image here, but again, you can equally see how well his hands are. It's almost like leading in front of the golf ball, club shaft just trailing a little bit more. And equally said we wanted a bit more weight to work into his left heel. So a little bit of weight back on his right, turning into his left, club starting to get more in front of him, and equally his chest, as we wanted it to feel like it's working more with him. Okay, so really good changes here in the initial part of the winter plan. Let's continue the progress. So any of you want to get booked in, please give me a shout, and we can get you working in the right direction over these next few colder, wetter, bleaker months, but make you happier with your golf. Cheers.